You can't even see the G! It just says like idiot.
Hi guys! So today's video is gonna be something kind of special because one of my friends actually recommended that we do this.
Hi Valeria!
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to Valeria for watching our videos.
Seriously, so sweet.
Yeah.
I love when like our actual friends watch us because like we don't really think our friends even care what we do.
She actually suggested this a few weeks ago. She said that she has been watching some like Disney myth videos where they talk about like myths or urban legends that are creepy and that are related to either Disney World or Disneyland. So we thought we would go through like 5 different myths that are like famous and really creepy because it is the creepy season. So the first one that is actually like really famous that a lot of people know about is the haunting of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Apparently there was a worker who was helping to construct the ride back in the 70s, I believe, and he died during construction. So there are like 2 theories for how he died. One was that like a beam like fell on him.
Oh Lord.
And the other one was that he fell off of that scene where it's like the fire, I guess they said, the red fire, and he was a welder and his name was George. So basically the story goes that he died, and now that since he died within there, he haunts the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And a lot of cast members have reported hearing like I guess footsteps when it's empty, so they obviously know that nobody's in there, but then they hear footsteps, or people like they report a lot of like malfunctions happening in the ride, and a lot of the cast members said that what they do to sort of like calm him down is that they say like good morning George and good night George, like when they open up and when they close.
Oh, stop.
And if they don't do that, then a lot of malfunctions happen. The website that I was on said that it's not true just because there were no reportings for a guy named George like with the construction, but we never know.
I mean, you never know, but I don't.
I mean, he could have died, but obviously he's probably not haunting.
Yeah.
Second story is also in a ride, and it's the haunting of the Haunted Mansion. A lot of people say that they see a little boy like running around during the ballroom scene, and some people say that they see him like crying at the very end of the ride, and he sort of mimics her hurry back. You know how she's like, hurry back?
Yeah.
So they hear like a little boy mimicking that, and they see him crying.
God.
I'm like, that is so creepy.
That is creepy.
But what's creepiest about this theory is that some lady was on the ride one day and she was taking pictures like with the night vision or whatever, and she took a picture of a few like buggies ahead of her. You see a little boy like turning around and like literally facing the camera, and she said that there were no children within like 20 people in front of her, and that buggy was like 3 away. So she was like, I don't know where he came from and like why he was turning around. She's like, I had no flash on my camera. There was no way for him to know that I was taking a photo.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could just be like a kid on the ride, but I don't know, that's creepy.
That's really creepy. On It's a Small World, there was this family riding, and all of a sudden the ride stops and they see like a bunch of people in red, or I don't know, they were wearing uniforms, and they come in and they're like rushing people off the ride, and then like on the announcement it goes, please remain calm, everyone evacuate the ride as like
calmly as possible.
As calmly as possible, basically. The family did not know what was going on. I mean, everybody did not know what was going on, but the mother wanted to take a picture of, I guess, the doll, like in the ride, the dolls and stuff, and she happened to point her camera like up, and she took a picture, and like looking back at the pictures, they saw this figure like hanging off of the ceiling, and they're like, what the heck, like where did that even come from? Some people think someone hung themselves on the ride, and that's why they had to like evacuate everybody, and they didn't want everyone to like, oh, they also made announcements saying like don't look anywhere, like just like get out of there, like just keep looking
really
straight.
Do that?
I don't know. And then other people think it's just a doll that kind of like got stuck somewhere,
yeah.
And that's why they were evacuating people. Like the ride was, I guess, malfunctioning, and they wanted to
I think it was fake.
Yeah.
Just because there's no way that I was reading this isn't my own like interpretation, but there's no way that somebody can get onto the ride without
anyone
like security
knowing.
stopping them and like literally hang themselves. Like, how did they get up there? No, there's just no way.
I'm gonna insert the picture and you guys can
be the judge of it. But I don't know.
That's really weird.
The fourth myth
that people believe happens
in Disney World, or happens because it's ongoing,
is
that a lot of park guests actually come in Disneyland and Disney World to scatter the ashes of their dead loved ones. This one I believe because I was doing like further research because I was like, do people actually do this? And on friggin' ABC News, they said that it had, this was back in like 2007 though, this isn't like right now, but they said that it had become such a problem that Disney had to actually train cast members for what to do if they felt somebody was about to dump like their ashes in a ride.
My gosh.
And a lot of people dump them in Pirates and Haunted Mansion.
Oh, great.
Isn't that gross?
That's great.
That's so weird. So maybe that's why they're haunted. But a lot of people want to scatter them like in places that the person loved.
Oh,
so
okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but that's really
creepy. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. So I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that could happen.
And then the last myth, which is actually like a true myth because it's there, like you can see it. There was an old water park that was a part of the Disney World property, and it ran from like the 70s to I believe like 2001, and they closed it in 2001, but they literally left it there.
Gosh.
Like it's not like demolished, they didn't like deconstruct it, like you could still see pictures of like the rides like and the bushes like growing over it. But if you go in that area, you'll get in trouble, like it's a no trespassing zone. But the myth was that people have heard like music still playing through the speakers in the abandoned water park, which is really creepy.
I don't believe that.
Really?
How, if it's abandoned, who is doing that?
It's George.
Oh my gosh.
So those are just some of the interesting and most popular, I guess, Disney myths that we read up on. If you guys know of any more, like this stuff is really fascinating, so like leave it in the comments below.
Definitely.
If you've experienced any of these ghostly encounters in Disney World, also
let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially Haunted Mansion and Pirates.
And Pirates will seem to be like the hot spots for ghosts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As always in October,
have a spooky day!